In this video, we create a place of remembrance, honoring those who've recently left us and reflecting on the lasting influence they gave the world. Alongside these tributes, we also celebrate the legendary career of Jey Uso, whose unmatched legacy continues to inspire wrestling fans everywhere. Subscribe today and be part of a community that treasures these unforgettable stories.
Terry Funk, born on June 30th, 1944, in Hammond, Indiana, was more than just a professional wrestler. He was a force of nature whose passion and toughness helped shape the sport for over 5 decades. Coming from a true wrestling family, he was the son of the respected Dory Funk Sr. and the younger brother of Dory Funk Jr., both of whom laid the foundation for his remarkable career. Funk made his professional debut in 1965, quickly proving that he was cut from the same legendary cloth as his family. What set him apart, though, was his ability to blend technical wrestling skill with a wild, brawling intensity that few could match. He became one of the first wrestlers to truly embrace what would come to be known as hardcore wrestling, a brutal, high-risk style that thrilled fans and influenced generations to come. Over the years, Funk wrestled for nearly every major promotion in the business, including the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, World Wrestling Federation, WWF, and Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW. In 1975, he captured the prestigious NWA World Heavyweight Championship, cementing his reputation as one of the best in the world. Despite his success, he never lost his gritty, down-to-earth spirit. He was known to wrestle anywhere, from sold-out arenas to small-town gyms, always giving fans everything he had. Beyond the ring, Funk also made his mark in Hollywood, appearing in films like Roadhouse and Paradise Alley, as well as various television shows. His screen presence mirrored his wrestling persona, tough, charismatic, and unforgettable. Even as he grew older, Funk refused to slow down, continuing to perform well into his later years. His dedication, resilience, and love for wrestling made him a hero to fans and a mentor to countless younger wrestlers. Terry Funk passed away at the age of 79, leaving behind an indelible legacy. His courage, creativity, and heart defined an era and continue to inspire wrestlers around the world. Funk wasn't just a performer, he was a pioneer, a storyteller, and a legend whose spirit will forever live on in the history of professional wrestling. Stan Stasiak, born on November 21st, 1937, was a celebrated Canadian professional wrestler known for his raw power, charisma, and ability to captivate audiences wherever he performed. Making his wrestling debut in the 1950s, Stasiak quickly built a reputation across North America as a fierce competitor with an imposing presence. With his rugged look and commanding style, he often played the role of a villain, or heel, a persona that drew intense reactions from fans and made him one of the most talked-about figures of his era. Stasiak's most defining moment came in 1973 when he achieved what many wrestlers only dream of: capturing the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, WWF Championship. He accomplished this by defeating the legendary Bruno Sammartino, one of the most beloved and dominant champions in wrestling history. Though Stasiak's reign as champion was brief, it was a monumental milestone that solidified his place among wrestling's elite. His victory over Sammartino was not only a shocking upset, but also a testament to his talent, toughness, and ability to command the spotlight in an era when professional wrestling was undergoing a major transformation. Beyond his time in the WWF, Stasiak competed in numerous promotions, including the American Wrestling Association AWA and the National Wrestling Alliance NWA. Across these territories, he faced some of the biggest names in the sport, proving time and again that he could hang with the best. Whether he was loved or hated, Stasiak always delivered compelling performances that kept fans on the edge of their seats. After hanging up his boots in the early 1980s, Stasiak remained involved in the wrestling world, lending his experience and insight behind the scenes. His dedication to the sport extended beyond his in-ring career, reflecting his lifelong passion for professional wrestling. Stan Stasiak passed away at the age of 59, leaving behind a lasting legacy. Though his championship reign was short-lived, his impact on the wrestling industry endures. Remembered for his strength, intensity, and larger-than-life personality, Stasiak remains a respected figure in wrestling history, a true pioneer who helped shape the sport for generations to come. Yokozuna, born Rodney Anoa'i on October 2, 1966, was one of the most memorable figures in professional wrestling during the 1990s. As a proud member of the legendary Anoa'i wrestling family, which includes names like The Rock, Roman Reigns, and Rikishi, Yokozuna carried on a rich legacy while creating one of his own. He began his wrestling career in 1984, working through various promotions before finding his big break when he joined the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, in 1992. Standing 6 feet tall and weighing over 500 pounds, Yokozuna was impossible to ignore. His size alone made him a powerhouse, but it was his unique sumo-inspired persona that truly set him apart. Dressed in traditional sumo attire and performing his devastating banzai drop finishing move, where he would crash down onto his opponents from the second rope, he quickly became one of the most dominant forces in the ring. Yokozuna's rise to the top was meteoric. In 1993, he made history by winning the Royal Rumble, eliminating a record number of wrestlers to earn a shot at the WWF Championship. He captured his first world title that same year at WrestleMania 9, solidifying himself as a main event superstar. He would go on to hold the WWF Championship twice, squaring off with some of wrestling's biggest names, including Bret the Hitman Hart, Hulk Hogan, and The Undertaker. Behind the scenes, however, Yokozuna battled health and weight issues that would eventually take a toll on his career. By 1998, his declining condition led to his release from WWF. Despite this setback, his passion for wrestling never faded. He continued performing in independent promotions, remaining a beloved figure among fans and peers alike. Tragically, Yokozuna passed away in 2000 at just 34 years old from heart-related complications. His passing was a tremendous loss to the wrestling world, but his impact endures. As one of the first Polynesian superstars to achieve global fame, Yokozuna paved the way for future generations of Samoan wrestlers. His legacy, marked by dominance, charisma, and respect, continues to be celebrated as an essential part of wrestling history. Chyna, born Joan Marie Laurier on December 27, 1969, was a trailblazing American professional wrestler, actress, and bodybuilder who forever changed the landscape of sports entertainment. Best known for her time in World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, she earned the nickname the Ninth Wonder of the World for her remarkable strength, confidence, and commanding presence in the ring. Standing at 5 feet 10 inches with a powerful physique, Chyna shattered gender barriers in a male-dominated industry, proving that women could compete and succeed on the same level as men. Chyna rose to fame in the late 1990s during WWE's iconic Attitude Era, quickly becoming one of the most recognizable and influential figures in wrestling. Her mix of athleticism, charisma, and sheer determination set her apart. She became a key member of the popular stable D-Generation X and faced off against some of the biggest stars of the time, including Triple H, Kurt Angle, and Chris Jericho. Her groundbreaking achievements included becoming the first woman to win the Intercontinental Championship, a title previously reserved for male competitors, and later capturing the WWE Women's Championship, solidifying her as one of the most accomplished performers of her generation. Beyond wrestling, Chyna's larger-than-life persona carried over into acting and reality television. She appeared in movies and shows such as The Surreal Life and Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew, where she shared her personal journey and struggles with addiction. Despite facing significant challenges in her later years, Chyna's resilience and honesty about her battles resonated deeply with fans who admired her strength both inside and outside the ring. Chyna passed away in 2016 at the age of 46, leaving behind a powerful legacy as a pioneer who broke down barriers for women in professional wrestling. Her influence continues to inspire new generations of female athletes to pursue their dreams fearlessly. Remembered not only for her physical power, but also for her courage and determination, Chyna remains an enduring symbol of empowerment and change in the world of sports entertainment. Brady Boone was a rising star in the bodybuilding and fitness world, admired for his discipline, strength, and infectious energy. Born in the early 1990s, Brady discovered his passion for fitness at a young age. What began as a simple interest in staying active quickly grew into a lifelong dedication to bodybuilding. He poured himself into training, constantly pushing his limits and inspiring those around him with his focus and determination. As he began competing, Brady's talent and charisma made him stand out. He earned recognition in local bodybuilding competitions and soon gained national attention in amateur leagues. But his success went far beyond trophies and titles. Brady had a gift for motivating others. Through his growing social media presence, he shared workout routines, nutrition tips, and words of encouragement that resonated with thousands. His posts reflected not just his physical strength, but his mental toughness and genuine passion for helping others become their best selves. Fans admired his authenticity and positivity, often crediting him with inspiring them to pursue healthier, more active lifestyles. Tragically, Brady's promising journey was cut short in late 2023. On a rainy evening, while traveling with friends, he was involved in a devastating car accident that claimed his life at just 30 years old. The news of his passing sent shockwaves through the bodybuilding community and beyond. Fellow athletes, fans, and friends flooded social media with tributes, remembering him not only as a remarkable competitor, but also as a kind-hearted and uplifting person. For his family and close friends, the loss was immeasurable. Brady had been a constant source of motivation and love in their lives, and his absence left a deep void. Yet even in his passing, his legacy endures. The lessons he shared, the lives he touched, and the spirit he brought to everything he did continue to inspire countless people. Bradley Brady Boone will always be remembered as more than a bodybuilder. He was a symbol of passion, perseverance, and positivity whose impact will never fade. Joshua Samuel Fatu, known to millions as Jey Uso, has been a pulse of energy in WWE for over a decade, captivating audiences with his raw charisma, deep storytelling, and unmatched passion for performance. Whether teaming with his twin brother Jimmy as part of the Usos or standing alone as a main event force, Jey has always represented the beating heart of the WWE Universe, a symbol of resilience, pride, and authenticity. But in recent months, fans have grown concerned as his once unshakable presence in the ring has gone quiet. The reason? A serious injury that forced him to step away from the spotlight. The incident, following a savage attack by Drew McIntyre, left Jey with physical damage and emotional strain that went far beyond what the audience could see on television. For someone whose livelihood, identity, and passion are all tied to physical performance, this injury wasn't just a career interruption, it was a life-altering moment that has reshaped how Jey views health, stability, and the future. The injury, what really happened? The incident that sidelined Jey Uso shocked fans worldwide. In one of the most intense moments in recent WWE programming, Drew McIntyre unleashed a ferocious assault that blurred the lines between scripted violence and real pain. McIntyre's attack, fueled by storyline rage, was so aggressive that it left Jey visibly struggling to breathe, clutching his ribs as officials rushed to the ring. Behind the scenes, the situation turned serious quickly. WWE medical personnel examined him immediately, and sources close to the company confirmed that Jey suffered significant upper body trauma, particularly to his ribs and chest area. These aren't the kinds of injuries that heal overnight. Rib damage, especially when severe, affects everything from breathing to mobility, making even daily tasks painful. WWE pulled him from active competition immediately, prioritizing his recovery over creative plans. In the aftermath, Jey was quietly moved to the company's injured list, beginning a long and uncertain road to rehabilitation. While the company didn't release full medical details, insiders described the injury as serious but recoverable, meaning that with proper care and time, Jey could make a full comeback. Still, for someone who thrives on adrenaline, being forced into stillness can be one of the hardest battles to fight. The weight of recovery. For months following the injury, Jey Uso's life has revolved around one word: healing. What fans don't always see is that recovery for a professional wrestler isn't just about physical therapy. It's about rebuilding every layer of oneself. Jay's therapy regimen reportedly involves a combination of strength restoration, mobility exercises, and rib stabilization work, all designed to rebuild the endurance and flexibility that define his in-ring style. But the physical pain is only half the story. Mentally, the challenge of watching others perform while he's sidelined has taken an emotional toll. For a performer as driven as Jay, sitting out feels unnatural, almost like being trapped outside of your own purpose. Still, those close to him describe his determination as unwavering. He's been working with WWE's medical staff and trusted trainers to ensure that when he does return, he's stronger, faster, and smarter about how he handles his body. According to backstage sources, WWE officials have given him as much time as he needs, not wanting to risk a premature return that could lead to further complications. His recovery, by all accounts, has been slow but steady, a reflection of both the seriousness of his injuries and his discipline in the healing process. Health challenges and financial pressures injuries don't just hurt the body, they shake the foundation of stability. Like many wrestlers, Jey Uso's livelihood depends heavily on his physical ability to perform. While WWE contracts provide financial security, extended absences can still affect income through lost live event bonuses, merchandise dips, and personal appearances. It's not that Jey is facing dire financial hardship, but there's no denying that time away from television can tighten things up, especially for someone used to a non-stop schedule and the added responsibilities of supporting family. Behind the scenes, Jey has reportedly been focused on balancing medical expenses and recovery costs while ensuring that his family remains comfortable during his downtime. Moreover, his injury has forced him to reflect on the fragility of an athlete's career. How quickly one wrong move or unfortunate moment can alter everything. It's also sparked renewed awareness among wrestlers about the importance of health coverage, financial planning, and post-injury care. For Jey, this period has become about more than just healing his ribs. It's about safeguarding his long-term health and rethinking how he approaches the physical demands of the business he loves. Separating fact from rumor. As with any top WWE superstar, Jey Uso's absence from the ring has led to an avalanche of rumors. Fans, eager for updates, have speculated endlessly about his status, some out of concern, others out of curiosity. One of the more dramatic rumors claimed that Jey's injury might be career-ending. However, that narrative quickly unraveled when credible insiders and WWE representatives clarified that while the injury was significant, there was no indication it would force him into retirement. Jey's career is far from over. Another rumor suggested that he might be unhappy with WWE and was using the injury as an excuse to step away. This too has been debunked. Those who know Jey personally attest to his deep loyalty to WWE, especially during his recent breakout as a solo star. He's reportedly remained in regular contact with creative officials, discussing ideas for his eventual return. There were also whispers that WWE had pulled him off television purely for storyline reasons, a rumor likely fueled by the company's history of weaving real-life injuries into plots. Yet multiple reliable sources confirmed that Jey's absence was genuine and medically necessary. While some reports hinted his injuries were worse than initially reported, these updates were likely based on the natural evolution of healing times, which can vary depending on the body's response. The truth lies somewhere between concern and optimism. His recovery is ongoing, and though the process has been slower than fans hoped, he is progressing toward a full return. A mind built for resilience. Throughout his career, Jey Uso has been no stranger to pain, setbacks, or personal struggle. From early injuries to professional growing pains, he has learned to rise from adversity with humility and strength. This current period of recovery has tested that resilience once again. Mentally, Jey has approached his injury with the same passion that defines his performances. According to those close to him, he's been focusing on mindfulness, family time, and staying spiritually grounded during his hiatus. He's also been engaging with fans online in small ways, posting motivational snippets, subtle updates, or glimpses into his training routines. But for the most part, he's stayed quiet, allowing his recovery to take priority over publicity. His brother Jimmy and other family members have often checked in, offering moral support and encouragement, reminding him that the Fatu family's strength runs deep. Those who know Jay describe him as someone who refuses to see himself as a victim of circumstance. Even when faced with pain, he channels that emotion into drive. That mental fortitude, combined with his strong support system, has helped him navigate both the isolation of injury and the anxiety of being away from the ring. The ripple effect of his absence in WWE. Jey Uso's absence has left a visible void in WWE programming, particularly on the Raw brand where his singles run was gaining massive momentum. His unique blend of intensity, emotion, and charisma made him one of the few performers who could blur the line between reality and performance. Without him, certain storylines have lost their emotional core, especially those involving the Bloodline's fractured saga. Fans who once tuned in weekly to see his fiery promos and emotional storytelling have felt his absence deeply. WWE, for its part, has had to adapt creatively, using his injury hiatus to elevate other talents and adjust ongoing narratives. Wrestlers like Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, and Sami Zayn have filled parts of the void, but few can replicate Jay's raw connection with audiences. Still, WWE has reportedly remained committed to keeping Jay's eventual return meaningful. There are rumors that creative plans are being developed for his comeback, possibly involving redemption, revenge, or a major surprise return moment. The company understands that Jay's reappearance, whenever it happens, has the potential to reignite fan passion and reshape the main event scene once more. Health, hope, and the human side of wrestling. Behind the glitz of pyrotechnics and crowd chants lies the harsh reality of professional wrestling. It takes a toll on the body that few outsiders can truly comprehend. Jey Uso's story has reminded fans of the human side of the business. The travel, the grueling schedule, the constant physical strain. These are factors that wear down even the strongest performers. For Jay, this injury became a turning point, forcing him to acknowledge his physical limits and reassess how he treats his body. According to friends, he's taken a more holistic approach to recovery this time, focusing not only on physical therapy, but also on nutrition, rest, and mental balance. He's reportedly become more open about prioritizing self-care, something that's often overlooked in the high-adrenaline world of sports entertainment. Jay's journey reflects a broader shift within WWE as well, where the company has been placing increased emphasis on wellness, recovery programs, and injury prevention. His experience serves as both a cautionary tale and an inspiration, a reminder that behind every wrestler's persona is a person who bleeds, heals, and grows. The financial and emotional reality of time. Away time off the road might sound like a break, but for someone like Jey Uso, it's a financial and emotional challenge. Professional wrestling is a business where visibility equals value. Merchandise sales, appearance fees, and bonuses often depend on how active a performer is on television. While Jay's status as a top-tier WWE superstar ensures a baseline salary, the lack of live event bonuses and promotional opportunities has likely impacted his earnings during this hiatus. Beyond money, though, there's the emotional void that comes from being disconnected from the fans and the energy of performing live. Wrestling isn't just a job for Jay, it's an identity, a way of life. Being forced to watch from the sidelines, knowing that the show goes on without him, has been emotionally taxing. Yet he's taken this time to reflect on the bigger picture: longevity, health, and family. Reports suggest he's also been exploring side projects, potentially creative ventures, merchandise collaborations, and media appearances, to stay productive without jeopardizing his recovery. It's a delicate balance between financial responsibility and self-preservation, and Jay seems to be navigating it with patience and maturity. A quiet strength and a promised return. If there's one thing fans know about Jey Uso, it's that he never stays down for long. His entire career has been defined by comebacks, from injuries, betrayals, and storyline twists that pushed him to his limits. Those close to him say that his motivation remains intact, and his passion for wrestling burns brighter than ever. WWE officials are reportedly in constant communication with him, keeping an open line about potential return dates once he's fully cleared by medical staff. While there's no official timeline yet, whispers from backstage suggest that Jay could make his return within the next few months if recovery continues on track. When he does, It's expected to be a major event, likely tied to a high-profile storyline that reestablishes his dominance. Whether it's revenge against Drew McIntyre or a fresh chapter altogether, Jay's comeback will almost certainly be met with one of the loudest reactions of the year. For fans who have followed his journey from day one, his return will represent more than just a storyline payoff. It'll be the celebration of a man who fought his way back from pain, doubt, and adversity. Final thoughts. The spirit of a warrior. Jey Uso's current chapter may be marked by pain and patience, but it also highlights the depth of his spirit and humanity. Injuries may slow him down, but they don't define him. What defines Jey Uso is his heart, the same heart that carried him through countless battles, that made him a fan favorite, and that now fuels his fight to heal. While rumors and speculation continue to swirl online, the truth is much simpler and far more powerful. Jey Uso is taking the time he needs to recover fully, to rebuild stronger than before, and to ensure his health and stability for years to come. For fans, that means waiting a little longer, but it's a wait that will be worth every second. Because when Jey Uso walks down that ramp again, it won't just be another return. It will be a testament to endurance, to faith, and to the unbreakable bond between a performer and his audience. Until that moment arrives, all the WWE Universe can do is keep cheering, keep hoping, and keep believing that one of their most beloved stars will rise again, stronger, wiser, and ready to remind the world why no one fights quite like Jey Uso.